Hey, what's up, guys? Sam here, and I'll be doing the free video for Friday, September 1st, 2023. So, the week just closed, just finished making the premium video for the folks in the gold room, and we looked around a couple different places, and as always, I want to take just a couple of bits of gold that we may have found in the premium video and bring it to you here on the YouTube. So, last week, for the Friday video, we we said what's in the box, and we said the box is pretty big. It's a pretty big box. On SPX, the box is roughly from 45.35 right down to about 43.12 or so. Right now, as you can see here on the SPX chart, we're still, by my definition, still in that box. This week, the bears, or excuse me, the bulls definitely did what they had to do. Nice big candle here, and they basically trapped them. So we talked about this as well, where the Friday candle last week served as kind of the appetizer for the bear trap. The bear trap means basically that bears got a little bit off sides. What it looks like on the charts is it kind of looks like this. You have a low, you go up, you make a lower, you break the first low, and then you go this way and you take out the swing high. And this little dynamic here, that little bit of a break of support and then the V reversal, which happened on Friday, creates the bear trap. And if you think about it psychologically, what is that doing? Well, where's everyone stop when you have this initial low? Very easy, right? Everyone puts their stop at the low. So if you're long, your stop's at the low. If you're a eager bear and you're looking to short breaks of support, your stop entry is going to be on a break of this level. So you can see here that when this dynamic happens, that stops out the weak longs, it brings in some bears, and then once it goes back above the low and runs as hard as it did this week, that's how they get trapped, which is great. But here's the flip. This week was pretty much that, right? Little tiny parabola there. We don't know how it handles pullbacks from here. So the title of this video, which is completely PG, is based on this idea. So all of the folks get excited about this. Everyone gets excited about that. I think even just the shape and the color green there, as I drew that in, probably triggered a little dopamine release in your brain. But as an experienced trader, it shouldn't. You should actually feel nothing when you see that pattern. And here's why. Imagine Elon Musk is watching SpaceX launch a rocket. One of those rockets that does this. It goes up, and then it comes down, and it lands on its nice little platform from where it took off. Okay? Does Elon get excited when the rocket goes straight up from the platform initially? Do you think he does? Or do you think he's seen so many rocket launches, not just his own, but historically, that he actually doesn't really feel too much when the rocket actually takes off to the upside? Why is that? Well, because his goal is not to get the rocket to go up, right? Russians have been getting rockets to go up for 60, 70 years. The goal and the difficult part is getting the rocket to land back on its little launch pad that it takes off from. That's what's exciting, right? So the fact that it takes off, that's common. When it drifts back down to Earth and successfully lands on its little pad there, that's what's exciting. So how does that relate to trading? Well, because of the mechanical nature of what happened this week, and you got a bear squeeze and the prices went like that, there's all this new structure. You know, this will be the 21. You know, this would be the 50. You know, and this will be the 200. There's all this new structure under the market that has not been back tested. And that's the equivalent of that back test or the rocket landing back on the pad. Because guess what happens? What if on Tuesday, when we come back, the first back test of the hourly 50 on SPX, write that level down, that's the level I'm going to be looking at. It's the hourly 50 on SPX. What if that level just breaks? Like it's not even there. That would be the equivalent of the rocket for Elon going up, coming down, and exploding on the pad, right? Not a very successful launch, despite the fact that it went up. So watch for this to watch for confirmation around the hourly 50 on SPX for the next major directional call because if it holds the hourly 50 on SPX, then everything's good, right? You have a successful rocket launch. From there, you can then push off and go to new heights. But the one missing element is that retest, that reconnect of the hourly 50 on SPX. So know your levels. 45.35 remains resistance. 43.12 remains major support. You'll have intermediate support in here, but again, I'm still viewing this as a box for now, and the way that I'm approaching it hasn't changed from what I told you last week. Shorter term signals, in and out a little bit faster, not looking to buy breakouts, not looking to sell breakdowns, and looking for things to stay in the box until they get out of the box. So that's kind of the SPX point that I wanted to make with you. I don't bring you a ton of picks because I think those are kind of a dime a dozen, but I'll bring you a couple here. So XOP I think is probably one of the best ways to play energy here. This just captures the spirit of everything. This is XLE, but it's like the smaller energy producer, so it's not like the Exxons and the Chevrons. It's more of like the Apaches and the smaller names like that. But the setup overall looks fantastic, right? And as we go along, not just today, but as you join us on these Friday videos, this is the signal that you're looking for. That is always the signal. A squeeze, structured moving averages, number one. Check. Squeeze, check. Trend oscillator, green, check. Double green down here with a beautiful set of green boys right there. Check, 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 check. So in terms of energy, that's the best play that I have for you. If you want to play the majors, I think the best looking one that I found is going to be ConocoPhillips, COP. In the chat down below, let us know if you have a better energy pick than these. I would really love to see it. A little bit of a challenge for you fine folks on the YouTube. Let us know if you can find a better energy name than COP or XOP. But you can see here very similar patterns. Nice, very nice breakout here today. Full disclosure, I did have this and I got out today, but I would be looking to buy it back. Beautiful breakout here. This should actually keep going. You have a nice little pattern there, and again, you know what the signal is. Very simple signal. Squeeze, green above red, green arrow. That's a go. And then I'll give you one more. Now, of course, I'll verbally kind of throw out a couple more. Amazon, I think, is still fine. Google, I think, looks great. Adobe, I think, looks great. I think NVIDIA is still in play. So those would be kind of the tech names that I would be focusing on is Google, Adobe, NVIDIA, and Amazon. But don't sleep on these other ones here, because as I show you this setup here in Berkshire, this one also has a formidable setup. And frankly, this one might have the best setup of the three that I've shown you. So we like to keep things simple. What's our signal? And also be able to define your signal, right? Because I can define my signal very easily, right? I go through each pane. There's one pane, there's two pane, there's three pane, there's four. But be able to define your own signal, right? Like imagine if you were recording a YouTube video for an audience and they were looking at your charts. What would you say is your buy signal? Is it repeatable? Is it consistent? Is it easy? And mine is this, and it is very repeatable and easy. Stacked moving averages, check. Squeeze, check. Green trend, check. Beautiful green arrows, check. If you want to check my work, look what happened here. If you want to check my work, look what happened here. So, Berkshire it is, in terms of the best financial. And I'll also, I'll extend the challenge a little bit further. XOP and COP, best energy. Berk, BRKB, best financial. If you find a better one, post it in the chat. And if I can agree that it's actually better, we'll see if we can maybe hook up with you and maybe send you out some kind of prize or something. There'll be something in it for you. But if you can top those three names in their respective sectors, of course, find a better energy, find a better financial, you win the day. So that's my best picks for you guys. Also, my best metaphor around the Elon rocket and understanding to not get excited on the launch, but rather on the successful retest. And we'll see how it plays out next week. The level that you need to be monitoring for the successful retest is the hourly 50 SMA on the SPX. That's the level I'm going to be looking at. If it holds there, it's good and she goes higher. If it breaks there, be a little bit more cautious. All right, guys, that's my time. Catch you next Friday. Cheers. Hey traders, this is Sam with Simpler Trading. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you found the information in it helpful. If you did, leave us a like, leave us a comment. It really does help us out with the algorithm. And if you want to see us trade live with our own real money and be part of the community, come and check us out at simplertrading.com.